Welcome back to the channel. So today I've got the M4 Competition Convertible xDrive, or it's the M4 Competition xDrive Convertible, whichever way it is. It's a mouthful. This one is in Brooklyn Gray. Hopefully you guys can tell that by now. So you can see that bluish hint hopefully in the camera. But let's talk about this particular example. So this was basically assigned to us by BMW North America. What they call an at-risk allocation. Unfortunately, by the time we had noticed it was put into our, what they call the DAR, it was already spec'd this way and into production. So we couldn't change anything that was on the car. So let's go over what is on it. It's actually pretty limited in options, at least as built. We had some port installed accessories as well. So let's start with the front up here. So we've got the standard headlights here. You can see there's no icon LED laser lights here. You also see that we added the carbon fiber front splitter, or splitters I think is as it's called in the build sheet. So I think maybe what could have gone well with this car is the carbon fiber exterior package, which of course by the time we had it, noticed it, it was already in production and couldn't change anything on it. So we've got the 825M wheels in Orbit Gray. You got the red calipers, which I think go well against Brooklyn Gray, and the interior, which is black extended merino leather. The 6-piston calipers up front, single piston floating caliper in the rear. And first time I noticed this, but these are actually they're still the Pirelli P0s, but they're the P0 Corsa tires. Let's see if I can get a close-up of the Corsa battering there. Hopefully you guys can see that. So I didn't pay too much attention to that before, but this might be a new thing with those Corsa tires, which are the tire that comes on the M5 CS, of which we will have two making an appearance, hopefully on the channel, for the next couple months or so. That's another story about how long those took to get built. You also notice that we have the carbon fiber rocker panel. You can see the M Performance sticker on the side here, and our beautiful carbon fiber rocker panel and our rock catcher. So you get these. Do note that you probably want some PPF on the back, especially where debris and rocks will collect. Out back, our usual 100mm exhaust tips, finished in that black. I don't know if it's black chrome, but black. M4 Competition logo in black, due to the extended shadowline trim. And here is Brooklyn Gray out of the direct sunlight. Shows up a little bit darker. There's usually a lot of comparison between this and Nardo. And Brooklyn's metallic, Nardo is not. And I think they're sort of similar, but Brooklyn I think is going to be a tad lighter. Plus you got the blue hue. Alright, so on the inside, no surprises. Got our rear seats, head restraint. You can see that Alcantara here on the head restraint. Our seats, I think it look a lot different than previous generation M4 convertible seats. Nice merino leather contrast stitching as well, which probably an optical illusion. Looks sort of like Brooklyn Gray, but I think it's really white. Alright, so interior-wise, we don't have a lot of options. So we've got our familiar, excuse my bald head there. So we've got our familiar xDrive professional setup with live cockpit. So this is in the sport mode, which gets you the tachometer in your heads-up display as well. You can change the way that looks by having a reduced form, so it'll be a much smaller one. I prefer the larger one. Got our xDrive buttons as well, M1, M2 in red. Got our carbon fiber interior trim. So we also did something to the interior trim. So you can see around the steering wheel, basically gloss or wet carbon fiber. Got your carbon fiber shift paddles as well. But we also went with the M Performance carbon fiber interior trim. Now that is a dry carbon fiber weave, similar to what you'd find on, say, the original M2, as well as maybe the E9X generation of M3s. The carbon fiber appears here, cup holder cover, and then around center console area. It's a nice dry weave. Then we've got also up here towards the dash, more carbon fiber trim, and then the M Performance logo. And that's it in terms of interior trim, at least for the M4 Convertible. So it's not a lot of changes, but again, you have mismatched carbon fiber. It's nice to know going in. All right, so let's get out the build sheet and talk about pricing. So the M4 Competition xDrive Convertible starts at $86,300. That Brooklyn Gray metallic paint gets you another $550. This one's got the exec package, which does not include gesture control, just because there's really no place to put those sensors. $1,350. Then we've got the carbon fiber trim for $950. And that was it. And we added, again, the front splitters, so another $2,650. The interior trim, $1,400 roughly. And then the side skirts or rocker panels for $2,345. All told, MSRP of this particular example is $96,545, but very lightly spec'd. Now you can get the convertible with the carbon fiber seats. We have at least one car inbound, that maybe another month or two, probably more towards 2 months for it to arrive at our dealership. Of course, hopefully avoiding any stop sales. But that's about it, I think, going over this M4 Competition xDrive Convertible. There's not many options on it, but it still looks pretty good. Get you another view of the rocker panels. They're quite large, and on another video we'll have the M3 Competition, I believe it's an xDrive as well, with the rocker panels. Now that's going to differ with the length of this sort of winglet, if you will. So it's going to be reduced just because the doors, two more of them, it would interfere with that. Alright, let's step back, take one more walk around the M4 Competition xDrive Convertible in Brooklyn Gray. I think this is probably one of our most popular colors. Customers tend to like the Brooklyn Gray, and of course now it's appearing on various other models, including the X3, X4, 4 Series Grand Coupe, as well as the 2 Series Coupe. So we'll have some 2 Series Coupes in Brooklyn Gray and various other colors arriving hopefully soon. There have been some delays in building 2 Series Coupe. We'll have more on the channel soon. Now, I guess one more reminder, the M4 powered by the S58 inline-6 twin-turbo engine with 503 horsepower and 479 torques in the competition, guys, which is the only way you're getting the M4 Convertible is with the competition and xDrive. There's no manual transmission M4 drop tops anymore. Well, that's it for that quick tour, and we'll see you at the next video.